Breaking news today, now Putin threatens a NATO country. Anderung im Auslandsrecht ist der Grund, warum Russlands Präsident Putin erneut ein NATO-Land droht, mitten im Ukraine-Krieg. Moscow, Letland has been threatened by Russia's President Vladimir Putin over his treatment of the Russian people. He criticized the Balkan states' policies and warned that such a treatment for Latvia could be in the works during a session of the Russian Human Rights Council. Anderungen im Auslandsrecht in Lettland, die Aufenthaltserlaubnis für Nichtbürger bedrohten, standen offenbar im Hintergrund der Äußerungen des Kremlchefs. Lettland is a small EU and NATO member state that is home to about 1.8 million people, approximately 25% of whom are Russian. Allerdings sind viele von ihnen nicht als Bürger registriert und haben keinen lettischen Staatsbürgerschaftsstatus. In response to the conflict in Ukraine, the government of Luxembourg instituted language tests for non-citizens who must possess all-day pass-valid Latvian language skills in order to maintain their residence permit. Brexit as a legal misspurt for Putin hat sich dafür ausgesprochen, das Länder von ihren Einwohnern Grundkenntnis der Sprache und Kulturverlangen. Allerdings nicht den Status der Nichtbürger als ein rechtlich Misspurt und droht statten mit einer entsprechenden Reaktion, die Russen diskriminieren. Moscow may also encourage Russians living abroad to return to their ancestral homeland. Putin added that if these people are not allowed to leave but are expelled, then the right conditions should be made available to them. In light of the context of the Ukraine conflict, the statements made by the Russian president are deeply troubling. Putin had clearly staged himself as a caring attorney for Russian-speaking people even in Ukraine. Subsequent events included the Crimea annexation, the conquest of eastern Ukraine, and the fall of the Ukrainian government in February 2022. These latest statements from the Kremlchef are related to the war in Ukraine, which Russia has, among other things, justified because it fears the Russian-speaking population in the region will be oppressed. Putin tipped Lettland off about his intention to treat some of its citizens Schweinisch and warned about the consequences of this policy. Dentists from the state news agency TASS quoted the president. Two divided by DPA belonging to Times Person of the Year shortlist, King Charles III, Barbie, Vladimir Putin, Taylor Swift. An annual tradition that started with Charles Lindbergh in 1927, Time magazine's Person of the Year issue showcases the individual or group that garnered significant attention that year. Beginning in 1927, Time Person of the Year. All the presidents and political figures from Franklin D. Roosevelt to Joseph Stalin and even Adolf Hitler have been included in the tradition. Back in 1938, a diverse group of candidates, including Hollywood strikers, Xi Jinping, Vladimir Putin, Barbie, and others, leads this year's shortlist. With her record-breaking Eras tour, her status as Spotify's most streamed artist, and her knack for making the internet go crazy, Taylor Swift is a strong contender for Person of the Year. The inclusion of the Hollywood strikers is a result of the SAG-AFTRA's doggedness and standing firm against the unequal payment agreement that streaming services were imposing on the majority of Hollywood TV and movie production staff. The Chinese president, Xi Jinping, is in his third term in office and has never been named Person of the Year, despite being named to Time's 100 Most Powerful People list in 2017. Following the release of ChatGPT, one of the most user-friendly AI interfaces, the world underwent a dramatic shift, and OpenAI CEO Sam Altman, who had previously left the company, has since returned to head things up. Prosecutors working for Donald Trump also made the cut after being the first to take a former president into custody following an indictment involving classified materials discovered at his Mar-a-Lago estate. Additionally, King Charles was a part of it because he was crowned king following the death of his legendary mother, Queen Elizabeth II. Barbie, Putin, and Powell are among the others who made the cut.